こんにちは、ハリケーンフットボールです。今回の教材は、サッカー日本代表に関する動画です。マイケル・トークスフットボールとデッドボー TV のコラボ動画にて、2026年、ワールドカップにおけるアジアのチームの成果についてランク付けをしている動画から、日本について話している部分のみを切り取っています。日本については、ベスト32という結果、グループステージでの結果と内容も、最低限というようなもので、期待と比べれば、期待外れだったと評価せざるを得ないと評価しています。いつものように森保監督についても、日本人は優しすぎると言っていますが、実際にどのように話しているのか、チェックしてみましょ
う。Alright, then we go to Japan. I think this is pretty straightforward as well. I think this is a C. I don't think this is a D or an F because we always knew their path. Then the injuries just kept piling up, and it just seemed like they couldn't catch a break. Yes, I am frustrated with Moriyasu. I am frustrated with the team that once again, they bottle a lead in a knockout stage of the World Cup. But in hindsight, I'm like, they did pretty well against the Dutch. They did really well against Tunisia. Sweden game, I'm a little bit more concerned about that game because I think in the last 20 minutes, Sweden could have easily won it. And that's a little bit frustrating because Japan, I would say, are a better team than Sweden. And then Brazil game is just... the pressure got to them. I think Moriyasu's tactics were a little bit off in that second half, but I'm not going to say it's a failure or a D. Like, you're still going up against Brazil if you're Japan, and they just couldn't get the job done. I think it's a C grade, but this is my final one. This is my final straw with Japan. They got to win the next Asian Cup, and they got to win a knockout stage at the next World Cup. There's no more excuses. None of this, give them time, this and that. They need to win a knockout stage game in 2030. It's done. They have to do it. So I would say C. You agree?
I mean, I can make a strong argument. It's a D. I feel like I can make an argument. I mean, if you zoom out, we're talking about a highly respected national team that probably had quarterfinal aspirations at this World Cup. It's the most talented Japan team that has ever existed. They're beating England at Wembley. They're getting all these amazing results heading in here. And at the end of the day, your crowning achievement is you beat Tunisia. That is the crowning achievement on this 4-year project. You beat the worst team at the World Cup. You were shit against Sweden. You didn't beat the Netherlands. You lost to Brazil and folded a lead. I hold Japan to a very high standard. I love this national team. But beating Tunisia is not good enough of an achievement to validate the hype from the previous 4 years. So, for me, I think it's a D. If you beat Sweden... This is how I see it. If you're going to lose in the round of 32 to Brazil, which is the worst Brazil maybe ever at the same time, but it's still Brazil, and Japan have injuries, and we must factor that into context. If you're going to go out in the round of 32, and you're Japan with a quarterfinal aspiration, you need to have a better group stage at the very least than what they had. They didn't. If they took 7 points...
Considering that Sweden were not the strongest of Sweden teams either.
No, dude, they conceded 5 against the Netherlands. A Netherlands team that was known for not scoring. And they conceded 5. This is Japan we're talking about here. Like, I don't know, man. Like, at some point, we got to start holding them to the same standard as a top 10 national team. Like we would talk about a Germany. Like we would talk about an Argentina.
The Dutch.
If that's the standard, the Dutch, yeah, dude, you failed. Like, for me, it's a D.
Yeah.
It's not Korea bad?
It's not Korea bad, but it is... What I say is bad, though. But I feel we always predicted they were going to be around a 32 exit team as well, though, for Japan. We always said that. We saw the path. We saw they could play either Morocco or Brazil. We're like, Japan are good, but are they that good? Could they beat one of those teams? So, in hindsight, they met our expectations,
Brazil
though.
Were worse? You don't think Brazil were worse than we were expecting at the same time, though?
Oh, no, they were pretty
weren't exactly
bad, though.
Flying. Brazil.
Yeah, they were really bad, Brazil. When I started watching
saying.
them more at the World Cup.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this isn't even like you didn't get taken out by France. You know, you didn't get taken out by Spain or something like that. It was like, okay, Brazil, yes, you were the underdog in this game, but I don't know. It feels like there is there's always excuses for Japan, and some I think are valid, and other times I'm like, well, at what point are you just going to get it done? At what point are you just going to pull up Paraguay and just win it somehow? Like, it doesn't need to be pretty, but like, do something. I don't know. Like I said, I wouldn't say F, but if you want to be considered an elite team, then at least do better in the group stage. At least beat the Netherlands. If they beat the Netherlands and got, still drawn Sweden, then you say, okay, this World Cup cycle, all of this hype, all of this work led to another awesome, elite European side being vanquished. You add them next to the Germany, you add them next to the Spain, you add them next to the England, you say, hell yeah, man. At least, we got a bit unlucky with the draw, but we slew another giant. Slayed another giant? You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Slayed another giant. And instead, you killed the Desert Turtles, the Carthaginians, the Tunisians. That's not enough. That's not enough to be a C. I don't care if Karim Mitoma's out. You got one of the deepest winger talent pools in the entire world. I don't care that Mitoma's out. Beat Sweden. Give me something more. It's a D.
I wonder what is going to be the expectations as well now for 2030, because Moriyasu just signed an extension just for one tournament. I found that really strange, by the way. I don't understand it one bit. I think he did pretty well tactically at this tournament, Moriyasu, to sort of combat all of the injuries we were seeing heading into the tournament. And we saw then Daishi Kamada and Kai Susano really establish a nice, formidable partnership in the midfield. Even when Tanaka came into the midfield, I thought they were pretty good in the midfield. It's just the attack was faltering. And they just didn't have that sort of self-belief against Brazil when they had that 1-0 lead to go for a second one, to really just destroy the momentum. That's what Japan are missing. They're missing mentality, and I would still say they're missing coaching. And I'm really worried that they're giving Moriyasu this Asian Cup and saying, okay, go out with your farewell tour. They're trying to do this last dance. They're probably going to put it on Netflix or something. Hire a good manager and give him the Asian Cup to prepare for 2030. I think Japan are being a little bit too nice here with Moriyasu. What has he given you? Has he given you an Asian Cup? He's given you nice victories over European sides. What have they led to? Still nothing.
Yeah,
so
good moments. That's it.
Good moments.
Good moments.
It's just a good
progression, but he's not responsible for that progression mainly. It's just the development of Japanese talent.
So yeah, maybe it is a D. You've kind of talked myself into it. Maybe it is a D for Japan. Just again, man, we're just talking about it, and there's still no actions, I would say, from the team to get it done. That's why 2030, if they don't win it, I think everybody should jump off the hype train for this team. They've been given so many opportunities to prove their wealth, to prove their hype, and yet every single time they fail you. They fail you. So that's why they better win the next Asian Cup. If they don't win the next Asian Cup, I'm really done after that tournament then.
次は解説です。今回はよく聞くものから、あまり使わなそうなボキャブラリーもいくつかありますが、本日の解説をチェックしてみましょ
う。But in hindsight, I'm like...
in hindsight は、後から振り返ってみるという意味の非常によく使われる表現です。結果を知った後だからこそ言えることを述べるときに使います。スポーツでは、試合後の監督や選手のインタビューで頻繁に登場します。あの交代は失敗だった。もっと守るべきだった。など、反省や分析をするときの定番表現です。英会話でもビジネスでも役立つので、ぜひ覚えておきたいフレーズです。
But in hindsight, I'm like, this is my final straw with Japan.
The final straw は、これでもう我慢の限界という場面で使われる表現です。日常会話では、the last straw の方がよく使われます。小さな問題が積み重なり、最後の出来事が決定打になるイメージです。スポーツでは、連敗やミスが続いた末の敗戦などについて語るときによく使われます。怒りや失望を強く表現したいときに便利なイディオムです。
This is my final straw with Japan. This is my final straw with Japan.
Your crowning achievement is you beat Tunisia.
Crowning achievement は人生やキャリアの中で最も大きな成功を表す表現です。Greatest achievement と似ていますが、頂点を飾る、 集大成というニュアンスがより強く含まれます。スポーツでは、ワールドカップ優勝やチャンピオンズリーグ制覇など、その選手や監督にとって最高の栄誉を語る場面でよく使われます。ドキュメンタリーや表彰スピーチでもよく耳にする表現です。
Your crowning achievement is you beat Tunisia. Your crowning achievement is you beat Tunisia. Elite European side being vanquished.
vanquish は完全に打ち負かす、見事に撃破するという意味のフォーマルな動詞です。普通の会話ではビートやディフィートの方がよく使われますが、スポーツのドキュメンタリーやナレーションでは歴史的な勝利や圧倒的な勝利を表現するときによく登場します。少し文学的で力強い響きがあるため、印象的な試合を語る場面にぴったりの単語です。
Elite European side being vanquished. Elite European side being vanquished.
It's just the attack was faltering.
falter は完全に崩壊するのではなく、少しずつ勢いが落ちる、崩れ始めるという意味です。スポーツでは試合終盤に運動量が落ちたり、プレッシャーで自信を失ったりする場面でよく使われます。collapse ほど劇的ではなく、徐々に流れが悪くなるイメージです。解説者や実況でもよく耳にする便利な単語です。
It's just the attack was faltering. It's just the attack was faltering.
いかがでしたか？日本の成果は、大会でも最悪のパフォーマンスを見せた国の一つである。チュニジアに勝ったことくらいで、オランダやスウェーデンにも勝っていれば、もう少しは評価できただろうし、ブラジルにも勝てた可能性が十分でありながら、勝てなかったことは、まあ頑張ったから、組み合わせが悪かったから、という言い訳では済まされないという意見でした。グループで無敗であり、グループリーグ2位で決勝トーナメント進出し、オランダとは互角、ブラジルにももう少しで勝てても全くおかしくなかった展開であったのは、重要な選手に怪我があった中で、評価できる点でもあり、評価したい気持ちもありそうではありましたが、結局、なんだかんだ、いつも通り敗退してしまう流れからも、やるやる詐欺のような、やるやると言いながら全くやってくれないもどかしさや、裏切られ続けているような感情から、できない言い訳ばかり続けているかの印象を抱いているのでしょう。最も責任を問うべき存在である、森保監督に対しても、毎回のように疑問を投げ続けながらも、長期政権を維持し、また今回も、半年という中途半端な続投が、森保監督の勇退を祝っているかのようにさえ感じ、文句も出ない日本のファンに対しても不思議で仕方がないというところなのでしょう。個人的には、アジアカップは B チームで臨むべきだと思いますし、その楽しみさえ感じられますが、それでも優勝すべきである大会がどのように展開するのか、また楽しみにしたいと思います。本日もご視聴いただきありがとうございました。またすぐにお会いしましょう。